Hey everybody, Six here. Got a game from the round of round of 16 from the University of Queensland qualifiers between the purple Terran in the northern position on Shadow Temple, Crankenstein right here, and he's going to be spawning against Shockwave, our red Transformer Zerg, in close positions on Shattered. And just before we get started with this game, I just want to mention that I haven't been posting as many videos because the majority of the replays I have are from the round of 16, round of 32. I'd really love to get some replays from round of 8. Unfortunately, I haven't been able to contact Crucius lately. I don't know if he's on holiday or studying or something. So if you guys could email some replays to 6thstarcraft@gmail.com, there'll be an email address in the description if you want some replays considered for casting, and hopefully I'll get some of the latest stage replays in the tournaments, and that will be all fine. But we've got a ZVT here on Shadow Temple. Shockwave just going to be sending out his drone scout right now to and you can see that not casting for a long time really improves my ability to speak. He's just going to confirm the close positions between him and Crankenstein, and it looks like there's going to be a short little skirmish here. First barracks going down. I really expect to see Crankenstein just open 2 racks expo, may even plant down a bunker. And Shockwave, of course, I'd probably expect him to go pull first and then get his gas up as well to open with some speedlings. And it looks like that Crankenstein is just going to be sending a preemptive SCV out here just to check that Shockwave hasn't gone for anything too greedy like a 15 hatch. Instead, he's just going to be putting down the 15 pull followed by that extractor. So he's going to be opening speedlings, I think. And yeah, Shockwave just going to be scouting around with his overlords. He's just checking out Crankenstein's base, and he's going to be able to confirm that there are 2 barracks at the top of his ramp. This drone is almost certainly going to die, and so Shockwave will at least try to get some value out of that drone. First Marine should be in creation quite soon alongside with that orbital command, excuse me. And Crankenstein actually does have a SCV here still on the map. Could see it come into play later to put down a bunker or 2. And Shockwave just going to be massing up some gas. He's quite a ways away from that 100, so we can see that even though he did plant that down quite soon, I'm not sure if he saturated it too fast. And Shockwave just getting his pull up right now. He is not supply capped, but he's also not really making anything. He might just be going for a hatchery. He's banked a lot of minerals at the moment, and I'm really surprised we haven't seen a queen come out actually. And he's also going to be gas stealing Crankenstein's gas right now. Crankenstein just now going to be getting his orbital command as well, and he's got a few marines on the field. And it looks like he's determined to take down this extractor in the time being. Wouldn't mind seeing him just push out. I mean, at worst, what Shockwave going to do is just going to take a gas, and you can get that later, and then your marines will get there just a little bit sooner. All that Crankenstein killing that extractor is really going to do is allow Shockwave to get lings out on the field, just because this drone was throwaway anyway, and Shockwave is even going to allow that extractor to finish, not really allowing it to delay for the maximum time that it could have. And Shockwave actually stopped mining gas right now. He's just getting metabolic boost, and he's put his drones back to work on those minerals, expanding at the same time. So really, I feel like Crankenstein's two racks aggression, his timing's sort of passing right now. I mean, it's not going to be completely over until this hatchery is up with some creep and a spine crawler to defend. But certainly, this barracks aggression is a little bit late, at least it feels to me. And right now, it looks like he's just going to be expanding behind this very comfortably. So even though Crankenstein didn't go in for any sort of early bunker shenanigans that we usually see on close positions versus a Zerg, he's still going to be able to expand very comfortably behind this. And Shockwave actually poking up here with some slow links, not actually losing one, although it is on red health at the moment. And could actually see Shockwave lose a few lings right now. No, it looks like he's just going to be pushing back. And let's take a look at this hatchery. It's almost completed right there. Mining the gas once again. He's putting down a baneling nest right now, so this is a nice choice versus this marine composition right now. Overlord going to be swinging around the backside, possibly going to be going in for a scout, and Crankenstein just going to be double gassing at the moment. He's also putting down a 3rd barrack, so expect to see tech labs coming down quite soon, and for those Stimpack and marine combat shields to be researched very soon. Shockwave, 2nd hatchery just finishing right now. He's also got 10 lings in production, and keep in mind metabolic has finished, so these Zerglings do now have wings. And so Shockwave is going to be able to take control of this map quite comfortably as long as Crankenstein is in this sort of defensive stance right now. And it feels like that Crankenstein could actually do a lot of damage to these links, but he's just going to be guarding his base for the time being. Shockwave even sending a couple links just to scout out the expansion timing and scanning the front right there. All he sees are Marines. And Crankenstein just going to be getting his second orbital on the high ground, taking up to factory as well. And only now putting down one tech lab actually. And a lot of speedlings coming out from Shockwave. Looks like he might be going for a Bailey bust quite soon. He's got his Bailey nest is completed. He's stockpiling. No, he hasn't really stockpiled lots of gas. Actually, wait, he has. That's what he was spending it on. I was wondering why his gas was so low. He's actually going to be morphing in 10 Bailings here by this high yield. And without bunkers right now, Crankenstein's Marines are feeling quite vulnerable at the moment. Second orbital command just going to be lowered into position as well. And yeah, we're seeing Stimpak coming out right now. It probably won't be out in time for these Bailings to come in, and we do see another throwaway Ling right there, and it is able to spot the Marine posture right now. And so here comes Shockwave. Is he going to go in for a Bailing bust? Is he just going to go in for a normal attack actually? No, Crankenstein was some nice Marine splitting actually. The Bailings would do a lot of damage, but they wouldn't trade too crazily efficiently like they do in some other games. More Banelings actually on the way, another 5 currently in production, and Shockwave has to be careful to maintain his Ling count actually, because even after all the Banelings come down, if you explode, if you don't have enough Speedlings, you won't be able to follow up very successfully. Let's take a look at the unit count. We currently have 27 SCVs compared to the 29 drones of Shockwave. Keep in mind that 2 mules are actually currently mining as well. So the mineral income should be slightly higher for Crankenstein. Yes, it is actually. And Crankenstein actually getting supply capped here. No, actually just resolving itself right there. He's getting out siege tanks and siege mode. So I do like this play right here. You can defend a second expansion very well. And tanks with siege mode are just so good against Banelings if they are micromanaged correctly. And here comes Shockwave with a big attack right now. Speedlings actually not... They're actually blocking all the Banelings. He needed to run these Speedlings by the Marines instead of just A-moving his way in there. And even though Shockwave will win this first engagement, I think that he could have traded a lot better right now. These Speedlings need to get out of the way from the Banelings. Supply depot does go down. Here come the Speedlings into the main, and they're going to start to go to work. This first tank is currently out now, but compared to Speedlings, they do not work well. Crankenstein needs to lift his barracks up desperately, and here comes the last-ditch attempt from Crankenstein, actually surrounding his own tank, trying to repair it desperately. Speedlings actually trying to attack the tank. Ooh, Shockwave I think could have done so much more damage there with these Speedlings, but it doesn't feel like he micromanaged them too well. He's A-moving everywhere, and yeah, in mineral lines you definitely want to try to hold position at least, but just in that first engagement, what Shockwave wanted to do really was just move, A-click his Banelings, and move command, manually control his Speedlings past the Marines, and then once the Speedlings are past the Marines, then you A-click because it gets the surround off then. At the same time, Shockwave going to be getting his 3rd hatchery right here in the bottom side, just because his Speedlings will be able to cut off any aggressive attempts from Crankenstein. And first couple of siege tanks out from Crankenstein. He needs some Marines to back this up, and possibly some bunkers just because of the low Marine count. And I wouldn't be surprised at all to see Shockwave get his 3rd and 4th gas and transition into mutas right now. He's going to be getting his 2nd up currently. Let's see if he's going to make that transition. And Speedlings actually try to take on these tanks. Bailing's going up on all those Marines, and actually Bailing's trying to go for a run by. So not really a good trade right there. However, there are a few Speedlings left in the natural expansion. It seems like that Shockwave has a good idea of what he wants to do, but when he goes in with the Banelings and the Speedlings, his micromanagement just isn't quite up there. Actually, he's getting a lot of damage right now from these Speedlings. Take a look at the unit counting station. He's currently almost 50 drones. Holy crap, compared to the 17 SCVs of Crankenstein right now. So Crankenstein basically will be forced to commit to a big attack quite soon, I think. There's not much mining in his main. He needs to pull these guys off gas, I think. Actually, no, he's banked up a lot of minerals, so he could delay that for quite a while. And he hasn't got much saturation at his natural. However, you take a look at Shockwave's bases. He's got 1 fully saturated base. He's got 2 fully saturated bases. And very soon he should be able to saturate his 3rd if he powers drones. Shockwave has a really large window right now where he can just drone up pretty much exclusively, but instead it looks like he's going to be making a lot more Speedlings, getting his lair up as well. Could be looking to see if he gets his Spire down after this, or if he goes for Baneling speed. He's got his 3rd and 4th gases, keep in mind, so mutas are definitely a possibility right now. Some more Banelings actually being morphed in production. How many is that? 8 plus 6 makes 14. and a couple of tanks being sieged up right here. Once again at the natural. Crankenstein, I think, yeah, he really needs those bunkers. I mean, it was a pretty tight trade in that second engagement that we just saw. And bunkers could have definitely made a difference, allowing those Marines to survive for just a little bit longer. But at the same time, we see that combat shields is also being researched right now in Crankenstein's base. I'm getting a bit of lag. Spire is also currently in production for Shockwave. He's got 3 creep tumors here, very cute. And he's also getting his evolution chamber, so look for him to get an armor upgrade for his links so that they do not just get one-shotted by the double tanks. It's actually raining at my house, if you can hear that. I'm so sorry. Shockwave just saturating his 3rd up as well. The drone's taking the long way to get down there, so no big transfer. And really, if you take a 3rd that's far away, you might want to consider just rallying the Harvester rally to its own mineral patches and sending over a transfer from your natural and from your main to the 3rd to saturate it very quickly, and then just leaving these Harvester rallies to your own mineral lines, just because it feels like you can get it saturated a bit quicker. But nevertheless, it does seem that like Shockwave's going to be able to do that just fine. And just take a look at this food count. It's actually a differential of 20. So Shockwave feeling very comfortable at the moment. He's getting bailing speed. His Spire's just about finishing right now. But Crankenstein does have a nice little window right now where there are no mutas, and this could be bad for Shockwave right now if he isn't careful. Actually leaving a lot of his forces down in the bottom left. That's the power of not having your army on hold command right there. A lot of bailings actually getting sniped off there by the tanks. However, a lot of these tanks are actually in orange and red health. And Crankenstein needs to seize his opportunity right now. He needs to siege up and actually turning most of his links into banelings right now. I'm wondering what Shockwave's follow-up is going to be after all these banelings. He's got 20 links on the way. He's got 10 mutas. So really Shockwave needs to try and delay. No spine crawlers up from Shockwave. So definitely being punished for that. Banelings coming in here from an awkward angle. Speedlings also coming in. And not having his banelings go in at the same time is definitely making him pay. Bailings actually all being clustered together and sniped off by those tanks, leaving the Marines just free to stand up. And even if these mutas come out right now, Crankenstein's Marines will be able to withstand that attack, I feel. And here comes some more Speedlings rallying in from the 3rd. Keep in mind a 4th base is also on the way, and actually Crankenstein's aggression does get cleaned up. Some mutas actually on the field as well. Not sure if they're going to go in for a harass. If they want to go in, now is definitely the time to do so. And there are actually no missile turrets on the field at the moment, so these mutas could have an absolute field day. 4th hatchery is just completed right now for Shockwave as well. And he's trying to re-establish his natural expansion, which is just such a good move to do right now. A lot of the time you'll see a player get his natural sniped off, and he'll just delay putting down that hatchery. And really what for? Just to get out some units to overreact to a push that's already dead. And Crankenstein actually going to be following this up with a nice push right now. Lots of Marines, lots of tanks. And keep in mind that he does have combat shields and Stimpack. Tank's going to be sieging up. And again, Shockwave with the micromanagement not doing so well. He didn't really hold command his army. Those Bailings went in before the Speedlings, and really, you want the Speedlings to go in first to try and tank those few hits for the Bailings to get those money shots on the Marines, which will allow the mutas to clean up those tanks. But it seems now that Crankenstein is just really capitalizing on Shockwave's mistakes very, very well. And Stim coming out right now. These mutas need to back off just a little bit. The rest of the links actually getting cleaned up. And now it looks like that Shockwave just has mutas on the field. 15 mutas, 20 Speedlings just being streamed down right now. And they're just going to be rallied in right here within range of these tanks. The Marines doing a very, very, very nice job of defending the tanks, even though the tanks are going down right now. Actually, they're not sieged at all. He's trading really well. This meter count's just going down so fast. Just a moment ago it was at 15, now it's at 5. Make that 4, make that 3. And Crankenstein just going to be looking to take down the second hatchery once again. He'll be able to suffocate it and strangulate it. And this spy is actually off creep, which I find a little bit funny. And so I wouldn't mind just seeing Crankenstein scan for any creep tumors right now. Scan does go down on the high ground, and he's going to be able to see that there isn't anything coming out soon. Sieging up his tanks, he's taking a very nice position right there. Would not mind some preemptive splits. There we go, we do see a few, just in case some Bailings come out. And there we go, Shockwave does call it GG. So nice little ZVT we did have there. Shockwave actually making a few micromanagement mistakes. Crankenstein able to capitalize on them and just playing pretty steadily. Not giving up when most of his SCVs actually got taken down. And Shockwave, I don't know, he did really well with his base timings, I thought. But yeah, just losing too much, not trading very well in those engagements really killed him. So that was a nice little ZVT here that we had. Keep in mind, please send your replays and which round they are from, as well as which uni group you are in. to 6thstarcraft@gmail.com. And thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next game. Bye.